Hello friends and welcome back to the channel. It's your mate here, ready to give you the ultimate fishing forecast for the Greater Sydney region for the week of the 10th to the 16th of November 2025. Now listen up, because this isn't just any week. We are sitting on a fantastic transition period from late spring into early summer, and the weather and the fish are lining up to give us some truly special opportunities. The water is warming, the bait is moving in, and the big predators are starting to get aggressive. The question is, will you be in the right place at the right time with the right lure? Stick with me and I guarantee you'll have the best possible chance. This week is shaping up to be a tale of two halves, with some prime windows for stunning action and a couple of days you might want to spend servicing your reels instead. First up, let's talk about our prime targets for the week: Flathead, Bream and the mighty Kingfish. These species are firing up right now and should be at the top of your list. Let's start with the dusky flathead. As that water temperature creeps up into the high teens, these ambush predators are moving out of their deeper winter haunts and onto the shallow sand and mudflats to feed. I'm talking depths of 1 to 3 meters. Look for drop-offs, weed bed edges and channels where they can lie in wait for prawns and baitfish. My advice is to use soft plastics. A 3 to 4 inch paddle tail or curly tail grub in natural baitfish or prawn colors will be irresistible. The key is a slow, hopping retrieve, making sure that lure puffs up the sand on the bottom. That's the dinner bell, my friends. For the bait fishos, a live poddy mullet or a fresh-caught yellowtail is pure gold. Fish them on a light-running sinker rig right on the edge of the channels during a run-out tide. Next, let's talk bream. These guys are getting very active around structures. Think boat moorings, bridge pylons, rock walls, and especially oyster leases. With the warmer water, they're losing their shyness and will even start hitting surface lures, which is some of the most exciting fishing you can have. Early morning, just as the sun is coming up, is the prime time for this. A small walk-the-dog style lure or a tiny popper cast right up against the structure is the way to go. If you're not into lures, you can't go wrong with fresh baits like prawns, yabbies or nippers. Use a very lightly weighted rig or even no weight at all, and let the bait drift down naturally alongside the pylons or into the eddies. The bream will be there, trust me. And now for the one that gets everyone's heart pounding, the yellowtail kingfish. November is a fantastic month for them. They are starting to show up in numbers, chasing the large schools of baitfish in the harbours and along the coastal headlands. To find them, you need to find the bait. Look for birds working the surface. That's a dead giveaway. Your best bet for a big one is live bait. A live squid or yellowtail is the absolute candy for a kingfish. If you're lure fishing, you need speed. Large soft plastics, big poppers, and stick baits retrieved as fast as you can will trigger that aggressive strike. Don't be afraid to make a lot of commotion. You need to get their attention. Now let's break down the conditions that will dictate everything this week. The weather is the big story. We're starting the week with a nice, stable, high-pressure system. But be warned, a southerly change is predicted to come through midweek, which will shake things up. The sea surface temperature is hovering around that magical 19 to 21 degrees Celsius mark. This is the trigger for so many species to switch into a more aggressive feeding mode. It's a huge factor in our favor. As for the moon, we are in the third quarter on Wednesday the 12th, heading towards a new moon the following week. This waning moon phase means we'll have good tidal movement, especially around dawn and dusk, which often creates concentrated bite windows. The fish will be using this moving water to their advantage, so you should too. In general, the seasonal activity is high. Fish are hungry, they're competing for food, and this makes them more likely to strike your lure or bait. All right, let's get into the nitty-gritty, the day-by-day forecast. This is where you need to take notes. On Monday, the 10th of November, I'm calling it a good day for fishing. We should see some passing showers, but the conditions will be relatively stable ahead of the change. Temperatures will be around 21 degrees. It's a great day to hit the estuaries for those flathead and bream. Tuesday, the 11th of November, is shaping up to be an excellent day. This is your prime window before the weather turns. The barometer should be high and steady. The fish will feel this stability and will be feeding confidently. If you can get out on the water, this is the day to do it. Target any of the species we've talked about. They should all be active. Wednesday, the 12th of November, is when things get tricky. I'm rating this as a weak to average day. A southerly change is expected, which means dropping pressure, increased wind, and likely some rain. This will put the fish off the bite, especially in exposed areas. If you must go, stick to sheltered creeks and bays and fish deep and slow. Thursday, the 13th of November, will likely be a weak day for fishing. This is the day after the change. The water will be stirred up and the pressure will be rising, but the fish will still be adjusting. It will be tough going. A good day for boat maintenance and planning your weekend trip. Friday, the 14th of November, sees things improving. I'm calling this a good day. The weather will have settled, the pressure will be stable again, and, importantly, the fish will be hungry after a couple of quiet days. This post-front period can be incredibly productive. The afternoon session could be particularly good. Saturday, the 15th of November, looks excellent. We are back to prime conditions. The water clarity should have improved, and the fish will be actively hunting. This is your best day of the weekend. Get out there early and make the most of it. It's a perfect day to chase those kingfish. And finally, Sunday, the 16th of November, is looking very good. Conditions will remain stable, with sunny breaks. The morning bite should be fantastic. The wind might pick up a little in the afternoon, so again, an early start is your best bet to get in on the action before conditions change. So there you have it, friends, a week of two halves, but with some absolutely golden opportunities if you pick your days. I hope this forecast helps you get onto some trophy fish. Remember to always check the latest local weather and sea conditions before you head out. Be safe out there. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss next week's forecast. Now, I want to hear from you. What are your plans for the weekend? What's your target species this spring? Let me know in the comments below. Tight lines, and I'll see you on the water.